$2,400 if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and Railroad benefits. Then, a $5,000 stimulus check. The president under pressure to send out a $5,000 stimulus check with CARES Act 1 money to be repurposed. Meantime, Steve Mnuchin back in. Says that the stimulus package is going to get passed right away. Is he telling the truth? And what's going on with Chuck and Mitch? Meantime, $250,000 in stimulus money obtained by viewers of this channel in just a few hours. 48 hours, no less. This is CARES Act 1 grant money that is available in your cities, counties, and states, and they are gotten it, more are getting it, and you can be getting it. Meantime, breaking news overnight. What's going on with the stimulus negotiations, and are they negotiating, and how quickly can it get done? It's all breaking, and this is a great night of Evenings LALATE. Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Friday night, and you've made it to the weekend, and I'm so glad you're here. This is a bombshell night of Evenings LALATE. If you've not subscribed to this channel, congratulations to the viewers who have gotten so much money in the last 2 days because of this channel. 5,000, 8,000, 10,000. One viewer got $15,000 of CARES Act 1 free money, grants, stimulus money in their hands because of the views of watching this channel. This is a money that was available in your cities and states and counties, still is, and in this video I'm going to explain to you how you get this money. I'm updating it by the minute, so please subscribe because no one is getting you money right now. Not 5 days from now, not 5 weeks from now, and not 5 months from now. I'm getting you money right now. Also, like this video. In this video, I'll be going over what was the different changer today for these people to get this money. How are they getting it? How can you get it? Why is a no a yes? Why is a 211 operator who simply doesn't know what you're talking about a yes? Meantime, what's going on with Steve Mnuchin? Exciting news. He's in the negotiations. We thought he's gone. He's back. He says stimulus is going to happen. So is he telling us the truth? Meantime, did Chuck Schumer give us a false narrative 24 hours ago that said stimulus negotiations are back on? Or are they not? Then, $5,000 stimulus check, $2,400 for SSI and SSDI. So much breaking tonight. It's so overwhelming. Let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news this Friday night here in Los Angeles in a cool, winterish night, of which it is night 1 of curfews here in Los Angeles County as COVID-19 increases, is that viewers have now gotten close to $250,000 of CARES Act 1 stimulus from this channel. Let me explain how you can get it, how if you got a no today, you're going to get a yes, and what is the changing factor. There's 3 ways you can get the money, and for some of you, you qualify for multiple ways. First, CARES Act 1 was established in Congress to give money to cities and counties. I will start by saying that every state got money. Some states are actually telling residents, we never got any money. That's simply untrue. They got money. Every state got money. Of the $150 billion, they all got money. Then the states either sent the money to the cities and counties or sent all of it to the cities and counties and then some kept a little bit of money in the state coffers. So where is this money? It's either in the city, the county, or the state. So what was the purpose of giving money to the states in the first place? It was to give money to you. No one told you until I started doing these recordings 48 hours ago that there's money is available for you. And this is free money. It is not debt. It is not paid back. It is stimulus money. I call it grants because it's called grants. It's also referred to as COVID grants. So how do you get this money? Where is it? And where do you get it? First, I initially told viewers to go on Google News and look for news articles with the words CARES Act plus grant plus city plus county. That appeared to cause some confusion with some viewers because they couldn't find Google News. So I simplified it. I said, start using the telephone. That worked enormously because viewers understood telephone brings you to the agency. What you need to understand is that telephone also brings you to an operator who doesn't understand English. So they say, I don't know what you're talking about. COVID, what's COVID? Grant, what's a grant? What are you having for dinner? Get off the phone and call someone else. What's important to understand is there's 4 ways to indefinitely get the money, and this is how viewers got the money. First, 211. Calling your local dispatch. Most cities have 211, which connects you to an operator, and you ask them what I'm going to say to you in a second. Next, call your local city hall. Third, call your county offices. I got to say, of all the viewers of this channel, no one has called their county. Everyone keeps on calling the governor. Don't call the governor. Call the city or the county. Third, call the housing authority for the state housing authority. So what do you do when you call? This is what you do. Hi, I am a resident and I'm looking for COVID grants, preferably rent assistance grants. Hello, I want to inquire about COVID grants or preferably rent assistance grants. This is what you don't do. I'm calling because I saw on YouTube a guy named LALATE and he told me to call you. They don't know who I am. Why are people calling up and saying, hello, governor, LALATE told me to call you? I never told you to call the governor and say LALATE referred you. But some people are actually dropping the comments. Do not do that. Next, when you get them on the phone, if they don't know what a COVID grant is, then you're going to have to work with them because they're a little bit behind. They say, I don't know what that is. I never heard of it. We have no money. We never had money. We don't exist. Let me make this very clear to you. They have money. They either don't want you to have it or they don't know it exists. And no joke, I had one viewer mistakenly call the governor of a state, I'm not going to tell you what state it is, and said, I'm looking for COVID grants. We never had any. We never got COVID money from the government. First, you got COVID money for the government. And second, while the viewer was sending me that message in DM, I actually went on the state's website from that state, and there it was in bold letters, rent assistance grants, still open for 2 more weeks. Had that viewer believed the no answer, they would have sat back and said no. Now, what's important to understand is that when this channel launched on April 25th, I was dealing with the bureaucracy of SBA, a federal agency. You're now dealing with the bureaucracy of a city and state and county. And viewers who were dealing with SBA were told no. No. Do you get the point? So I'm not going to say that. No. Okay, I said it again. So what you need to do is if you get someone on the phone that says no, you don't take a no and say, okay, they said no. There have been some people who want to drop in the comments and I call 211. I got a no. So I'm done. Thank you. Okay, very good. I appreciate you call one person and you got a no. That's not how life works, unfortunately. When you're dealing with the federal government, the state government, or the city government, because you get someone on the phone that says no, if you believe the no and want to hang up the coat, then you can certainly do it. But generally, 9 out of 10 times, the no is actually a wrong answer. It's actually a yes. Next, what is this money? It's rent money, it's food money, it's stimulus, it's hazard pay in a rare occurrence, and then in some other cases, it's also business grants. Let me explain what it is. First, if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and Railroad benefits, you qualify for it. All my viewers qualify for 90% of everything I'm telling you, with the exception of when Elon tunes in and says, hi, Elon, you make too much money, so you don't qualify. So let me make very clear what is what. Viewers have gotten generally rent grants. 9 out of 10 times is a rent grant they're getting. Second, they're getting utilities grants on top of it. Rent, I need you to sort of take everything you want to preconceive about rent grants and throw it out the window. I'm not going to get it because I'm not behind on my rent. I'm not going to get it because because my rent's too high. I'm not going to get it because just stop that. One viewer out of Alabama, I believe it was, she has rent of $855 a month. She's not behind on her rent. Her rent is due for every month for the next year. Guess what? She got a year grant of rent, every $855 for every month up front. This is very simple. So the viewers who are getting these grants are getting about $8,000 to $15,000 in rent grant. The smallest I've seen is a 3-month rent grant, but most of them are 6 to 12. Go get them now. And if you get a no and you want to accept a no on one call, then very good. If you drop in the comments, say, I got a no because I made one call, delete, because that's basically a negative nanny. I don't need negativity being brought to the channel for people who are getting money because they keep on pushing. One viewer specifically got in the morning utilities of just a few $100s. He said, LA, I knew that was wrong. I just knew the no for rent was wrong. I kept on pushing and I got it later. Next, let's turn to escalated benefits. Escalated benefits is a lot of money for you. Then there's EIDL. I'm going to detail those for a second. First, let me go to some stimulus check coverage and come right back to that in a second. Stimulus check coverage. Wow, this is really shocking. Steve Mnuchin is back in the negotiations tonight. Steve Mnuchin confirms to news that he, Mark Meadows, and Mitch McConnell are the three amigos once again. Wow, it's like July all over again. He says they're working together to get a stimulus deal done and get it done right away, and is working in hand with the other side. This is really strange. If you don't know why people are coming in and out of the room, it seems like that no one has left. Nancy Pelosi earlier this week was trying to deal with Mitch. Then it was Chuck and Mitch. Now it's basically the following. And don't ask me to explain why it keeps on changing. I have no idea. On one side, it literally was a room today of Nancy, Kevin McCarthy, and Chuck Schumer. On the other side, it was Mitch McConnell by himself. Yeah, and some lobsters. Meantime, Mitch McConnell is consulting with Mark Meadows and Steve Mnuchin on the side, as Steve Mnuchin confirms. Everything from the Republican side, they confirm their stuff. Everything on the Democrat, they confirm their side. But were the negotiations fruitful? No. Did the negotiations come up with anything? No. Are you getting a stimulus check this weekend? No. Will the president do executive orders? Hopefully. Viewers are pushing the president to do executive orders at $5,000 stimulus check right now for one big reason. Actually three big reasons. One, there's concern that someone's going to take that money out of SBA and return it. Yes, that $850 billion that I talk about would amount to a $5,000 stimulus check. There's now concerns that that money may be removed and returned. Steve Mnuchin won't be the person who's doing it, but there is chatter about it. It's gossipy, but I got to warn you about it, so you got to move fast. Second, Mitch McConnell would do this because he wants to be fiscally responsible, he says, as he says in the last 24 hours. Fiscally responsible means not spending any more money that he doesn't have to. Then there's a new twist. The new twist is that everyone believes that stimulus check and unemployment benefits and testing and tracing and PPP are really the 4 items that need to be done right now. And it's actually quite reassuring and refreshing. So this is a top priority. If you take the problem solvers bill, which most of the Republicans will sign off on in a minute, you take out the 2 stimulus checks that they offer you in the problem solvers bill of just $3,000 and put in a $5,000 check from SBA, you would reduce the problem solvers bill to about $1.1 trillion. That's the magic number. You would have a deal for the Republicans. Will the Temple of Doom agree to it? We will find out. Now, let's go back to other money you can get. Escalated benefits. Oh my goodness. Viewers of this channel you can't imagine the thank you messages. I don't tell you these messages because of my ego. There's always someone in the comments says, you're saying this because of your ego. It's not because of my ego. It's because 1, I want you to get this money. 2, I think it's outrageous you never had this money because it's owed to you. And 3, I think it's almost immoral that states don't tell you you're entitled to this money. What I'm talking about is that when you start on unemployment benefits, they put you at the base level. They don't put you at the level you belong. They put you at the cheapest level they can put you at. It's like the cheapest seats on an airline. They put you at $100 a week. Well, let me show you what one viewer did exactly following my advice. He watched my video. He understood that if you make over a certain amount of money, you should Get your 2019 tax return out of your computer. Get it ready. Write a letter saying, "Hi, I'm making $100 a week," which is what he was making. I think it was $150, New York. And he wrote them a letter. "I'm making $150. Here's my tax return. I made $37,000 last year. Please see if I qualify for extra or additional or more weekly benefits." Use simple words: extra, more, additional. He did not say LALATE said to call you up and he knows you. He did not name drop. He just said, "Hey, here's do I qualify for some extra money?" Wrote the letter, used a fax. That's a real surprising one. I don't know where he found a fax machine, but he said a fax and said, "Here it is." By the end of the evening, he was approved. And guess how much he was approved for? Exactly what I tell you on this channel. Nearly $500 a week. Retroactively, he's getting $9,000. Where's the math? Let me explain the math. You start at $100 a week. There's a range of about $350 from base to max. He was close to max. So he raised it about $300 a week. He's been on unemployment for 30 weeks. $300 times 30 weeks, $9,000. If you make $18,000 or more, you should be doing this. $18,000 to $25,000, you'll raise it about $40, $50 a week. $25,000 to $30,000, you'll raise it about $100 a week. And over $30,000, you'll raise it about $200 to $300 a week. A $300 a week raise is $9,000 retroactive on 30 weeks. A $100 raise is $3,000, and a $50 raise is about $1,500. Very simple. EIDL. It seems as though more viewers have now gotten informed about EIDL, which, I only made about 9,000 videos about EIDL on this channel between April and July, but then somehow some viewers didn't know about EIDL. This is a debt instrument, but it's no principal or interest due the first year. It's free money the first year, and it comes to you within just about 3 days. If you have a scheduled seat, if you're an Uber Lyft driver, if you are a gig driver, anything that is gig oriented, side hustle, so long as you declare the income, go get an economic injury disaster on sba.gov. No money or interest is due the first year. After the first year, you pay it over 30 something years. So let me give you an example of what I've done for viewers. I have gotten $5 to $25 million in EIDL because of this channel. No one, I can say very confidently, has ever done the success that I have done with EIDL anywhere in the United States. What I did with one example is very typical. I had one viewer contact me at 5 o'clock in the month, I think it was July, was already getting an EIDL for something else. I said, "Well, what else do you do in your life?" He says, "Oh, I also do Uber Lyft." "Oh," I said, or Uber. I said, "Did you do an EIDL for Uber?" "No, I didn't think of that." "Why didn't I think of that?" I said, "How much did you declare?" "Of course I declared it." "How much do you make?" $6,000. "Okay, what is your cost of goods line 2? Let me go look. It's 0. Okay, 6,000 minus 0 is 6,000 divided by 2. $3,000. He had $3,000 within 2 days of applying that night. It was that simple. The calculation is revenue minus cost of goods sold divided by 2. Next, $2,400. Wow. Biden wants you to have $2,400 if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits. And he wants you to have 2 other things. Let me go over them right now. This is not money right now. This is money right after or right thereafter. Because it's not coming this week. It's not coming next week. But I want you to know about it. He wants you to have $2,400. This is $200 a month, starting from the date at which it's passed all the way to December 31st. This is a COVID relief specifically for SSDI, SSI, and Social Security and railroad benefits, up to $4,000. Next, he thinks you have not been paid enough over time and are behind and should have been stepped up over the years. So he wants to give you an instant lifetime step up of about up to 20%. So if you're making about $1,000 a month, he wants you to have it $1,200. Then he wants you to have an annual step up based upon a new indexer that you are tagged to different than COLA. My viewers on SSI and SSDI certainly understand COLA. So he doesn't want to use COLA going forward. This is all incredible great news. The also other incredible great news is I'm going live in about 15 minutes after this video on Purple Power Live. I want you to tune in. I'm ramped up, I'm excited, and you should be too. We're going to be answering questions about hazard pay, unemployment, stimulus, SSI, and of course, getting money right now. Thank you for the 2,000 followers that are joining this channel every single day. We're on fire because I'm here to get you money. I'm not here to sell stocks. I'm not here to flip houses. I'm not here to pot plants, but I am here to decorate your house during holidays. So tune in at 12 noon every day for Holidays LA as well. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and have a great Friday evening.